Welcome back everybody to Forza Horizon 4. Yeah, I only realised until like yesterday that I hadn't completed this Horizon Festival drag strip race. Yeah, I did it in my own time to get first place because that's what you need to progress. And yeah, I've unlocked another one. So that's something else that we're going to be having to do, but they're quite short, so they shouldn't take too long. But yeah, for mostly today we're going to be concentrating on the road racing series. Might fit in a few of those story missions. But yeah, I'm going to be in my Morgan Aero Super Sports. Yeah, let's see what this British classic can do. I say classic. It might look old, but it's actually a relatively new car. But yeah, it's still got that, retro styling that might well have been popular with other cars that are more affordable. But Morgan's been keeping cars like this for a long time, so I guess you could say they're originators in the whole retro front. Start that off at a bit of a wonky angle there. Plenty of power and not much in the way of weight, so we should be doing well here. So it's very good in terms of handling. Nice variety of cars here though. Lotuses, got Mazda, Audi, an Eagle Speedster not far in front. Now this can oversteer at times like that, but if you keep it in control, it is pretty manageable. I'm gonna have to settle for 5th. Oh, bit of a shame. What seems to be a major occurrence with me playing for this game is that cars that I actually quite like don't tend to do as well as the cars that I'm less fond of. It's very rare that I drive a car I hate that does well, so yeah, this is the way it goes sometimes. I guess cars for me particularly aren't the ones that I really like, aren't particularly ones that are genuinely all that quick, or at least not as quick as some of their rivals. I don't really pick a car in terms of how I like it in terms of speed or performance. It's more of a how much I enjoy driving it kind of thing. So yeah, let's go down to this Lakehurst Forest sprint.
Turn around. When it is safe to
Yes,
do
I know,
so.
Anna. I can read a map. The car pass area of this game has been updated as well, showing several cars that will come in the future. And I'm glad to report that the likes of the Vauxhall VX220 Turbo are going to be coming back, as well as the Insignia VXR. So we now have several VXR cars from Vauxhall now. Probably the more extensive Vauxhall collection that we've had on a Forza game before. Considering we've also got the Monaro and the new Corsa and the Astra, etc. So, yeah. Also got the Lamborghini Performante that will be coming tomorrow in a review.
Turn left.
And we've also got Alfa Romeo's attempt at an SUV as well, so plenty of decent cars coming in terms of the car pass, so that's only a few weeks into the future. Don't know what else we're going to be getting in the remaining weeks, but judging by the cars that we've had, should be several good ones. There's not many that I've been disappointed with, really. Only really that Honda rally car, which I just wasn't really much of a fan of, but I didn't bother doing a review of that because I just didn't have all that much to say about it. So I only really review cars that I have a lot to say about. Whether or not it's good or bad, I will review them if I do have plenty to talk about. And obviously there's still plenty of other cars on this game that were with the game from, standard that I have to review. I will review this Morgan at some point, because again, it's a car that I really, really like. But whether or not I'm going to do all that well in the rain is a whole different matter. So yeah, as we saw with how fast will it go, this car with more power than it had was quite oversteery. Now granted it's got the stock amount of power, but the rain isn't going to help. So if there is oversteer, I wouldn't be surprised. Those Audis aren't going to probably struggle with that kind of thing though, with their all-wheel drive. Well, we've improved on our position last time round. Just got a couple of Porsches to get past. Now, as much as I hate the Cayman, because I'm just really not a fan of the whole ethos of making a car that can just fit in a certain gap, and the fact that it's quite ugly. It is a decent handling car, but no match for this classic Morgan. Got way more power and probably a lot lighter as well. Pretty decent road race, really. Quite lengthy, which makes me think how long the main one's going to be. I think it's called the Colossus. Still yet to decide what I'm going to be in on that race. Again, I want it to be something that I enjoy racing, but something that's also quite quick. So I'm thinking a Lamborghini of some sort, to be honest, because there's plenty of their cars that I do really rather enjoy that are also quite fast. As you can see, this Morgan is no slouch. just about doing 160 across the finish line there. Yes, this is a monstrously fast car. And yeah, it's probably a bit higher class than a lot of vehicles here. So weirdly, there's the Cayman is higher level than me, but yeah, seem to nowhere near match me in terms of speed. Guess its handling is something that's obviously better than this car, but just doesn't have the power to match how good its handling is. Wow, plenty of influence out of that one. And we've leveled it up. Please be a good wheel spin reward. Seem to only ever get good stuff when I'm not recording. That's decent. It's a good car. I would have preferred the 190 grand because then I could have afforded the car and had plenty of spare change, but it's a solid all-round vehicle, that Subaru. Certainly the kind of vehicle I wish more companies would do, you know, a lightweight, decently quick vehicle that isn't, you know, a crossover of some sort. Right, so, well, we're close down to one of these story missions, so we'll do a couple of these, I think, because then we'll be halfway through. I mean, look at the interior of this vehicle, it's so different to other vehicles. And I love the little chubby steering wheel that it's got as well, while you're still able to see the dials. I don't really like racing in first person on a game like this though, because, you know, it's hard to see the limits of either the circuit or especially on cross-country racing and where you're going, etc. like that. When it's on a track, you know the limits, you know you're not going to be coming up against any debris or traffic like that, so you don't really have to worry about what's either side of you, but in a game like this you do. And being in this camera view is only really good for cruising around like we are now.
Turn right.
But like every other recent Forza game, the interior graphics etc. are still really up there, the detail as well. Everything looks just like it should do in a real car.
In 400 yards you will arrive at your destination.
Sorry, Porsche. I do love this Morgan though. I know it's got a bit of old time style into it, but it just works. Alright, let's see what we're going to do in this one. Ferrari is better Ferrari than last time.
More fantastic games and fantastic cars. I'm the racer, and I thought, we're in England, and Edinburgh's just up the road. So, at number 7, no big surprise, it's Project Gotham Racing, and the Ferrari 355 Berlinetta.
Great game, great car. I'm on board with this one.
Right, first, drive this beauty over to Edinburgh.
Yeah, it's a big shame that Project Gotham Racing never got another game, but the company that made them, I think, made a game called Blink or something. Brink, I can't remember. But yeah, that game wasn't all that successful, even though it was a decently solid racing arcade game. But
400 yards.
yeah,
Turn left.
they just went under. It's a shame because I really did like the Project Gotham Racing series. I thought the last game in that series was superb. There were several cars in that game that we've never had in a Forza game, either Horizon or Motorsport, like the Cadillac 16, that big 1,000 horsepower, 16 litre Cadillac luxury concept car. We had the Lotus Europa, I think, in that. So yeah, in terms of car lists, they were quite unique. just a shame that they piled so much money into a brand new game that it couldn't really continue after it failed.
In 400 yards, turn right.
This Ferrari is pretty damn good in the hands of other people, obviously, because I'm overestimating its abilities to drift.
Turn right.
Don't worry, we've got another 6 minutes plus to get to the destination.
200
More
yards.
than enough time in a car like this.
Turn left. In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
One thing I do hope we see in a new Forza game is that every car is able to be seen in whole form in Forza Vista, because even cars like this have yet to be fully done. And you would have thought a classic like this that is pretty much loved by everyone would, you know, be fully viewable. But
Project Gotham
best of my
Racing
knowledge,
had
it's
this
not.
great system that they called kudos. Basically, do stunts and earn kudos for it.
Yep, and you stole that idea for this game and the previous Forza Horizon games. They even had motorbikes in the last Project Gotham Racing game, which I know a lot of people have been asking for in the Forza series, but me personally, I think unless the car list is going to be a huge one and we can afford to have the space for motorbikes, then I'd rather just stick stuck to cars, to be honest. But I'm all for them being in the game if, you know,
loved playing this game with my
there's enough
dad.
room.
Even before I started streaming, I was commentating on what we were doing.
Hopefully the Project Gotham Racing games come to backwards compatibility, because I don't have my 360 anymore
At
because
the
it
roundabout,
broke,
take the second exit.
which is no surprise considering how old it was, but yeah, that breaking means I can't play any of my 360 games. But if the likes of that comes to backwards compatibility, then I'll definitely
In 400 yards,
give it another go.
turn right. Turn right.
I love this city. I was there the other day shooting top 10 things people eat in Edinburgh. The Princess Challenge has got nothing on that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Wish we had more ordinary cars though. I miss all those city cars that were available in Forza
Right,
Motorsport 4.
Park it and loosen up. It's time to earn some kudos.
Because as you can see, we've got the Volkswagen Fox around, but we
So,
can't drive
we're
it.
here in Edinburgh now. Just had a milkshake with a cake on top of it. 5 out of 7. Can definitely recommend. But if you want to see me reacting to that, check out the video on your screen now. But pause it. First, you've got to see what we can do.
God, she's
So, let's see some really skillful driving.
she's quite annoying. I'll say that. Daisy. No jumps around here like there were with the stunt one. Oh dear. Not very good at drifting this car. Damn it. Give me some bin man ones. Oh. AI are having accidents and I'm having accidents as well. I've got a minute now to make up 20 odd well, nearly 20,000 skills points. There we go, finally got a good drift in.
Silver! I'm loving it. You know, I always thought that Project Gotham Racing needed a reboot. Though, being at Horizon isn't half bad.
Yeah, it does need a reboot. I'll agree with you on that one. It's about time we had an arcade racer that was solely focused on, you know, circuit racing in real life environments, or like Project Gotham Racing was, because I don't think anyone really like that, and there isn't really any today either. So, I mean, as much as I like free roaming on a game like this, I would go for something like what Project Gotham Racing was doing, especially with a more unique car lists. Right, let's do another one. That one was pretty fun, so hopefully let's keep that going. Depends on the car really though.
And we are back. And I'm almost over that sugar shock. Seriously, Edinburgh, what the heck? It's time for number 6. And this is special to me, because this is my ride. Just look at it. Thanks to all of you on my channel who made this possible for me. This drive is for you. And what are we doing? It's easy. It's Daytona!
Well, at least you've upgraded it, because this in stock form is
3,
hardly the
2,
quickest of
1,
vehicles.
go! Rolling start.
Yeah, this is by no means the quickest vehicle in stock form.
This really is the arcade game. If you ever see one with a full cockpit and steering wheel, play it. Drop whatever you are doing and play it. It's almost as good as the real thing. Almost. Now, let me get in character for this.
Really telling me this is road legal?
Time extended.
It's quick, but it really doesn't handle that very well.
That's time extended.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Time extended. Final stretch now. It's not even funny how much I enjoy saying that.
No, it isn't. Not even slightly funny.
Oh, you drive that thing better than I do. That is not fair. Give me lessons! And do you mind if I live stream them?
Yes, I do. Don't know what I need to do to get 3 stars, but like these stunt challenges, they have certain objectives for certain amounts of stars, but I don't bother looking at that until I've done them all, and even then I wouldn't bore you guys with continually trying to get those 3 stars. Just as long as we've completed it to a certain extent and get plenty of influence and money out of it, I'm fine. Got a wheel spin. Be good. I implore you, be good. Yeah, I think we'll do one more racing, road racing. So yeah, let's just check out this wheel spin. How much do you want to bet it's going to be a poor one? Nope, AMC Javelin, good car. Right, so where's the next road racing? Ah, it's right up here. So yeah, I'll see you when we get there, because I want to get in a different vehicle. So yeah, see you when we start. So yeah, we're going to be in the Kia Stinger for this final race this episode. It's one of my favourite new cars that came into Forza Motorsport 7. And yeah, I'm glad to see it's on this game as well. So yeah, it's not the most powerful super saloon out there, but hopefully it will still produce good results. Certainly more powerful than that Nissan Altima, that's for sure. Whatever it is. Was it an Altima? I can't remember. It's that boring, I forgot about it already. So yeah, like I was trying to say earlier, I wish there were more ordinary, you know, kind of cars in this game, or in other Forza games, because I miss the likes of those city cars that were in Forza Motorsport 4. I mean, they've certainly still got the license to have the VW Fox in this game, because it's one of the road traffic cars, so why can't we just have it as a normal car to drive? Probably won't be popular among certain people, but people like me that like that kind of car, or that type of car, it'd be great to see. Plus you could do some pretty funny upgrade builds with it as well, with the certain kinds of engines that have been put in this game. Because if anything's British, it's a small, cheap, affordable car. And yeah, there's plenty of those kind of like cheap sports cars and stuff like that from the 60s and 70s, but I'd also like, you know, cheap, affordable cars from today. Because, you know, the small car is extremely popular around here, even with the introduction of the absolutely market-dominating crossover. Well, we're doing fairly well with the Kia, that's for sure. Oh dear. Just as I say that, we're bouncing off 2 walls. Shouldn't really be drifting while this car's right behind me. Oh, lost it there, drifting across the finish line. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, we've only got 4 more Road Racing Series races to do now, and then obviously the Colossus. So I'll do all of them in another episode. We'll probably move on to cross country for the next episode though, because yeah, we've got plenty of them to do as well. Might mix in a couple of the drag races as well. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.